Hey everybody, my name is Celia, and this is a video about my modesty journey. Just a little bit about my background. I am a Muslim revert. I have been Muslim for a little over 4 months now. Okay, so starting off, I'm gonna go back to when I was in high school. Anybody that knows me from high school knows that my signature look was wearing a hoodie with sweatpants and sneakers. That was literally the look that I wore every single day, a different pair of sweatpants and a different hoodie and a different color and a different pair of sneakers. I would say it was around maybe 11th grade where I actually started paying attention to what everybody was wearing. And I started to become more aware about what I was wearing and how I was presenting myself. At the time in high school, all the girls were wearing leggings, they were wearing tight shirts, and they were wearing yoga pants. Now, me being somebody that was coming from wearing sweatpants, I wasn't really too comfortable with wearing that stuff at first. However, at the time in high school, I did want to have that feeling of acceptance. I wanted to feel like I fit in with everybody else in high school and wear the things that they were wearing as well. Now, at the time, I was not working, so my mom was still buying my clothes, but there was no way that she was going to buy any of that stuff for me. My mom was not somebody that liked the tight clothing and the short shorts and all that type of stuff. So it wasn't until I started working when I turned 16 years old that I started to buy the clothes that I actually wanted to wear. I remember I bought my one pair of yoga pants and I would just wear those like once or twice a week in rotation with all my other pants. Those yoga pants eventually even had a bleach stain on them, and I still wore them. That just shows how dedicated I was to wearing these pants in high school. Now, after I graduated from high school, I started going to community college. While I was going to community college, I started working a new job at a clothing store. So you guys could kind of see where this is going. Of course, I bought a bunch of clothes while I was working at this clothing store, and these clothes were not modest at all whatsoever. I started wearing a lot of leggings, and skinny jeans were pretty much trending at that time. I also started wearing a lot more like tank tops and spaghetti straps and not covering my arms. But I feel like things got way worse when I left community college. I feel like the media and even some of the people I surrounded myself with made it seem like this is what I needed to wear to attract people. And I don't even mean just guys, I'm talking about even friends in general. I feel like as a girl, there's this thing where girls feel like you're not cool enough to hang out with them or be around them if you don't dress a certain way. So, of course, I got trapped in the loop of that. When I went away to university, I also had a job on campus. So, of course, being that I was making money, I started buying more crop tops. I started buying more short shorts. I started buying more leggings as well, until literally my clothes were nothing but short shorts, crop tops, and leggings. Anything that I can wear to a party is what majority of my clothes were. Occasionally, I still have my sweatpants because, going to class, I'm not going to wear a crop top. But overall, I was wearing revealing clothing because I was going out to parties a lot. At the university that I went to, literally every single day of the week was a reason to party. It's like Mondays were guys' nights, Tuesdays was something, Wednesdays was ladies' night, Thursdays was Thirsty Thursday, Friday, Saturday were just the weekend days to go out, and Sundays were usually the days for the all day parties. So, this is exactly why my closet was filled with nothing but party clothes during this time. I graduated university in 2020 during the pandemic. And during this time, I was barely going outside. I mean, nothing was open, but if everything was open during that time, I probably would have been partying a little bit more than I was. Now, during this time, since nobody was going outside, I realized that a lot of people were revealing themselves on social media more. Now, people were using social media, but I started realizing people were posting their body way more now. Of course, to feel accepted, I started doing the same thing. I would literally put outfits on, go to a park with my friend, and have her take pictures of me just to post on social media. And during a pandemic, there really wasn't anything else I was doing other than that. Okay, so within the last couple of years, my viewpoint on modesty started to change for the better. As I got older, I started realizing that people really only wanted to be my friend because they were attracted to me, or guys wanted to be around me because of how I was revealing my body. And although that was the goal of mine at the time, I started to not want that attention anymore. I don't know what it was. It's just one day I woke up and I just realized I didn't want to be that anymore. I realized that majority of girls at that time were stuck in a cycle of dressing cute to please the guys around them just for the guys to treat them horrible. I wanted people to like me for my personality and just who I was as a person, not because of how I dressed. I remember when I was 25, I had this thought randomly that I didn't want to be 30 years old wearing crop tops, to be honest. Now, if you are somebody that still wears crop tops, I am not saying any of this to judge you. I just want to talk about my own personal journey and how I felt about myself and how I wanted to present myself in this world. So from there, I went on Pinterest and started looking up modest outfits and just tried to figure out what my new style would be. I started wearing sweat outfits and pant sets. I started wearing long body forming dresses, and I started wearing a lot of knitted sweaters as well. Now, by the time I converted to Islam this year, I was already wearing modest clothing. Before I converted to Islam, I was even wearing head wraps just as like a cultural thing. After I converted to Islam, it was pretty easy for me to start putting on the hijab. I would say the real struggle started happening a couple months into me wearing the hijab. I think one day I woke up and realized that if I'm wearing the hijab, I am never going to show my hair again. And it was almost like a grieving process for me. I feel like I started off and jumped right into everything and didn't give myself enough time to let my past go, in a slower process. Now, sometimes wearing the hijab is still a struggle for me till this day. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He helps me, He guides me, and that He just makes it easier for me. Allah knows our struggles and knows the things that we can handle. I'm going to keep trying my best and continue to keep pushing myself. Modesty is also not even just how you present yourself clothing wise, it is also in the way that you act. When I am wearing the hijab outside, I am telling the whole world that I am a Muslim. Every time I'm outside, I always think, is this something that God would be okay with me doing? And if you know the answer is no, then stop doing it or change the people who you hang around. A lot of the times we hang around these people that bring these negative aspects into our life. Try hanging out with people who are on the same journey as you, or hang out with people who already don't do these things. Continue to keep praying and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easier for you. And He will do so. He will make it easier for you. So as far as advice, I would say take it one step at a time. Clothes are so expensive. You do not want to go getting rid of your whole entire closet. Start dressing modest with what you already have in your closet. And then here and there, you will slowly add clothes into your wardrobe. Occasionally, you'll go out and you'll buy a pair of pants. And maybe the next time you go shopping, you'll get a long sleeve shirt, and so on and so forth, until your closet is nothing but modest clothing. If you're struggling with figuring out what your style is, try going on Pinterest. You can type in modest outfits on Pinterest and it will give you so many different styles. Save a couple of those styles and try to replicate it, but also make it your own. You want to wear stuff that you feel comfortable wearing. Otherwise, you're never going to wear it. As far as acting more modestly, my advice would be what I said before, which is to make sure that you are surrounding yourself by good people. Surround yourself by people who don't gossip and who don't act foolish. Surround yourself with girls who care about their schoolwork. Surround yourself with work friends who actually care about their career. Surround yourself by great-minded people. After all of this, I just want to say the most important thing is to remember that you are human. We are all going to make mistakes in our life. Allah is the only judge in your life, and He is the person that you are wearing the hijab for or who you are dressing modest for. He is the reason you are doing all of this in the first place. Remembering that will help you on your modesty journey. Thank you for watching my video about my modesty journey and the advice that I want to give other Muslim reverts who are possibly looking to dress more modest. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!